Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Today we are working on the Speed6 for the first time in the shop, which I'm thankful because it has been pouring on and off all day, which makes me thankful that we have a space inside to work on. But before we get started, I want to show you guys Austin. You guys know him from Buffalo Skins. He is the one that did all the new accent pieces on the Speed6. Look at this brand new STI that he just wrapped in this crazy wrap. I mean, the whole car. This thing is out of control. What is this called?
Dude, honestly, it's brand new. The owner's son wanted to do it on his ZL1, and the company was like, well, we got to push this other color, you know, first for the people. So this is actually the first black and red Galaxy wrap just launched. Very first person to do it. Because other than that, they have a purple, blue, and like a turquoise. It's the only one they had.
That's insane. Yeah, I when he first showed me the tube, I was like, oh man, that's kind of bold. But like, I don't know, the curves of the curves of the STI, just, I don't know, it makes it work. It looks super good. And then the part that I love about it is that he even did parts under the hood, which is pretty awesome. And like I was telling you, that Austin, this dude's a madman. Look at this. You cannot even tell this car is wrapped. He tucks so hard that it is almost impossible to tell that this thing's wrapped. I mean, minus the outrageousness of the print. But he tucks everything so good. I'm telling you, if you guys are in the area up here towards Buffalo, definitely worth it. Even if you're out of state, it's definitely worth a drive. He takes every bit and piece off, make sure he wraps underneath everything to have the highest quality. But enough of that. We're gonna jump into the Speed6. And today, like in the last video, we're gonna be installing the new Damond Motorsports motor mounts. We got transmission mount and the passenger side mount ready to go. There's a lot to be done underneath the hood of the Speed6. We gotta do a lot of painting and dressing up under here because it's just not up to our standards, and you guys know that. So we're going to get started, jack the car up, get these mounts undone, and I think I'm going to start with the passenger side motor mount just because it's the easiest, and then disassemble the stuff on the right hand side to get to the driver's side for the transmission motor mount. So let's jump to it. All right, guys, so we're going to start with the passenger motor mount. Like I said, this is basically what you get. You get the base, the hardware, the mount, the bushing, and the top. Now you really want to be careful how you install this because most people, or I shouldn't say most people, some people install it upside down. So all you need to do is go to damonmotorsports.com, boom, and they give you a full detailed instruction on how to do this. So right here it says assemble the bushing with the base first, and you just want to orient it just like that. So I have my base oriented like that, and obviously the Damon logo facing that way, boom, like that. Okay, put the screws in, and we'll have that step done, and we're done. So you want to leave them a little loose so they have a little bit of play, but this is the base. All right, I went ahead and got the old motor mount out. You got three 14 millimeter bolts, or 2 bolts and 1 nut, 17 millimeter top bolt, and yeah, got that old one out. All right, so you basically want to install the whole thing and have it like this. You want the bottom lip part facing down. A lot of people actually install this top piece upside down, and that's a no-go. So you want the meat of it on the bottom and the completely flat part up top, like this. And we'll leave these loose for now so we can get it in. And you basically just want to reinstall the 2 bolts down here on the frame with the factory bolts. And then there's an option to switch out the the studs here that come with the car, the stock ones, and switch them out to a black one. I don't have time for that right now, and I don't have that tool. It's at the house. So I'm just gonna put these on for now. I'll probably swap them out later. They're optional, they're not really needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix this into the car, tighten these bottom base bolts down, and then start reassembling and be ready to go. All right, so your 2 bottom bolts are 45 to 45 to 50 foot-pounds. These top ones here are 60 foot-pounds, and these side ones here are also 60 foot-pounds. So once you have them all torqued down, you are good to go. Now we got Austin here. He's about to go on a little baby rip with Dom. Dom's testing out something here on the failsafe. So he's never been in this car, so it'll be fun to see. I'm gonna hand the camera over to A-Dog here and get his little reaction. Alrighty. Alrighty to yourself. Yeah, don't mind that. I got a ton of dyno, man. I have some too, I just haven't put it in yet. Like I have like a ton. Like a ton. Alright, so passenger motor mount done, looking sick. Pretty sweet. Guys, for this ground connection for the Speed6s, Damon gives you a new valve cover bolt that goes down and extends. And basically what you have to do is take this ground strap that was on the old motor mount and bring it over underneath, and they give you a nut. You basically want to put this in with the washer they supply you and torque it down to like the 20 to 30 inch pounds. Don't over tighten it. And then the nut on the bottom, you want to get with like a 10 mil wrench and just slowly tighten it until you get that ground strap in there. And then tighten this back up down here and you're good to go. Now, my man Corey, oh dude, that Damon shirt, so interesting. We're twinning right now. And he's got the hat on.
I got the hat on.
We're crushing it. My favorite part about having a shop so far is looking in here versus out here. Oh,
Randall,
look at him. There he is. Sporting it. All right, Tuner Nation, we're live. But yeah, so we're moving on to the transmission motor mount now, getting that old crusty out of there and get the new one in. So we'll be back in a minute once we get some headway. All right, so we're getting after the trans mount. The one in here is fugly, so he's breaking them loose. We're gonna go under here and support Caitlyn Jenner. And I'm gonna do that on the rear motor mount, just kinda get it to where you have some tension for now. And then once you get them all loose, then you can manipulate up and down of the motor from the jack. All right, the easiest way to do this, guys, is the shifter cable closest to the driver's side. Just pop that linkage off with a flathead screwdriver, get it out of your way so you can access your bolt down there. And then under your bolts here and here, we just took the fuse box bolts off to access. There's two bolts on the frame rail going this way. They're 14 mil. And get those off, and then we're gonna take the whole mount out as one. All right, so the transmission motor mount is out. This thing was, I don't know, starting to get a little rusty. Look at how beefy this thing is. And then now we got the nice Damon pieces, which we're gonna reinstall and show you how that goes as well. All right, your 3 base bolts and washer or nuts, torque to 55 or 60 foot-pounds. Then you put your bushing in with the long bolt. It's a 17, and that one gets torqued to 60 foot-pounds. And then you're gonna take your frame rail mount, and it's gonna go like that. Like that. It's gonna go like this. All right, on the frame rail, 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there, and then through the bushing, and then you're done. All right, guys, it's in. All we gotta do is torque down our top bolts here, and we're good to go. 2 bolts back there, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt there. There's a nut underneath the whole mount, bushing, top piece, and we are ready to reassemble. It takes a little bit of skilled maneuvering to get everything to line up in place just based off of the engine height and getting everything level to where the holes line up. But with some due diligence, you'll be able to get it in place. But we are set to go. Everything's torqued, minus those two top ones. We're about to get those now, reassemble, and we are set. And there you have it. The car is back together, up and running. Can't wait to go test out these mounts. I'm not going to end the video off there. I want to give you guys a driving review of them. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day after the mounts are in, and it is an incredible difference versus the stock mounts. I mean, just pulling out of the shop, I noticed an immediate difference. We did a test yesterday, last night when we got finished, by launching the car, and I didn't film it, which I wish I would have, because we did a full launch from a dead stop and spun all four straight through first gear. But I told you guys I'd give you kind of like a driving review of how it is. I have a little bit more clutch noise, which is normal, but other than that, there's not really much more vibration, which a lot of people tend to think there is. It's really not. Damon really engineered these things perfectly with their R&D. But yeah, we're cruising around. Everything's super tight, and the drivetrain is so much more responsive. Like, it feels lighter on its feet because there's no, you know, drivetrain lag. We're out rolling around, and we're gonna do a few rips. Ready?
It launches hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Oh, spun all four again. This thing is a monster out of the hole. I love it. It's so much better. Just feels so much tighter. Before, when I was launching the car, you felt so much pullback from the engine and the drivetrain. It's just like planted now. It's pretty indescribable. I mean, anybody that has motor mounts knows what I'm talking about. If you don't, I definitely recommend them. Damond Motorsports kills it, as always. You can always check out their link down in the description. But definitely worth the investment for overall performance. And I think if you don't have them, you'll love them, and you'll wish you got them sooner. So we're gonna drive around, and I hope to catch you guys on the next one. We're gonna be putting in the new downpipe and possibly working on some other stuff on the channel, so definitely stay tuned. But until next time, we'll see you later. Peace.